The Paris Olympics logo looks like if you downloaded Tinder, paid for the gold plan, and then mixed it with a bad haircut. In this video, I'm gonna break down exactly what the heck is going on with this logo, and you might wanna stick around because I made some interesting discoveries that will probably surprise you. Let's take a closer look at the good, the bad, and the surprising parts of the Paris Olympics logo, and let's start with the good. What they're doing here really isn't bad. This is an icon that has a gold medal, it's got the Olympic flame in it, and then it's a woman's face that is meant to represent Marianne, who's kind of the French emblem. And I think they really nailed that, honestly. I think it's a really well use of negative space. The designer, Sylvain Boyer, who I invited on my YouTube channel, but never heard a response back, he wanted to keep it simple and modern. And I think that is well executed in this logo. It's simple, it's modern, it's on trend with a modern logo, and it is well thought out with the elements at play. That's kind of all of the good that I have to say. So let's dive right into the bad. Okay, so the first bad thing that's going on here is, remember how I said this is supposed to be Marianne, Lady Liberty, the French emblem? Well, I mean, they kind of missed the mark here. Like, this doesn't look like her. It just doesn't look like her at all. Marianne is pictured wearing this red hat all the time. It's called a Frisian, and they took that off of her, and I think maybe what they did is they turned that into the Olympic mascot. So take a look at this. I don't know what is going on here. Basically, every Olympics has a logo, but they also have like a mascot. Oh, there's a video. I forgot about the video. So you see, they picture Marianne and they show the red hat there, and then it kind of like comes alive, and they turned her red hat, they like took it off and they turned it into this mascot. And these are our Olympic characters, which is cool. That's fun. The issue with that is it doesn't look like Marianne, it just looks like a beauty salon. And that's really the big issue that everybody has with this logo, is that it looks like a generic Vistaprint, Getty Images logo for a beauty salon. I think another design critic piece that I would give this logo is they chose this sort of cool looking font that kind of hints back to Paris's history, which I like the thought process. Again, I love the concept of this logo, but the execution of this font doesn't match the modern style of the logo at all. It kind of makes it feel like there's now 3 logos to the Paris logo. Her freaking talking in this video is ridiculous. So you see what I'm talking about? Like, the lady feels like one logo, the font feels like another logo, and then of course you have the Olympics logo, which is literally another logo. It just feels like 3 logos stacked on top of each other. I might just be getting on a rant there about that. Look, really what I'm trying to say here is, for an Olympics logo, it just doesn't make sense. It looks like a hair salon, and it's great in theory, but where's the movement? Where's the energy? Where's the colors? It doesn't really add up, and it doesn't fit in with the past Olympics logos. Look, we can all agree this is bad. We've talked about the good parts, we've talked about the bad parts. This is where it gets a little surprising. So I was getting really confused when I was doing this video. I just couldn't wrap my head around this being Marianne. It just doesn't look like her. It looks like a girl with a pixie cut. It doesn't make any sense, even in pictures of Marianne without her Frisian cap on. So I did a little bit more digging on the creation of this logo. And here's what I found out. So the designer wanted to kind of throw in a nod to social equality and women in sports, and I think that all sounds good. He said, quote, "When we first designed the logo, Paris began seeing a greater movement for social equality for women." Now, I think that we could argue in this video about whether or not to make the logo for the most culturally diverse event in history focus on just a single group of people, but that's not my point. My point is that this woman is supposed to be Marianne, and when I did a little digging, it's not Marianne. So I went on his website and I found out that it was actually inspired by this gal, who is kind of like a France fashion icon. I couldn't quite figure out what was going on with her background, but that's not really important. The point is, this is the woman he modeled it after, and his thought process when designing the logo was that the woman does not represent Marianne, alone, but it represents any Parisian woman, any strong Parisian woman, and that's what he was going for. Now, the Olympics took the logo and marketed it as Marianne. I think that's kind of funny. I think it's a little interesting that they did that. And honestly, if the original logo had actually been Marianne, I don't think we would be having this much controversy on how it looks like a beauty salon. If she just had the freaking cap on, the Frisian red hat, and it was actually her, I think it would be a phenomenal logo. But that's the biggest problem. And the Olympics is trying to say that it is Marianne when it was never designed to be Marianne. It gets even crazier than that though. You see this logo that we've been making fun of because of how bad it is, this is not the first Paris 2024 logo. This is the redesign. The original Paris logo is so much better. This is the original logo. Look at how much better this is. This thing is amazing. Basically, what happened here is when Paris was competing to be the Olympic city, they used this as a temporary logo. And then when they actually won that slot and now the Olympics are going to be there, they decided to rebrand with the official logo, which is what we see today. But this logo is amazing, and I'm going to tell you why. This logo has the colors of the Olympics. It's bright, it's so powerful, it's got movement, it's got energy like sports. The shape that you're looking at is like the Eiffel Tower symbolically, and then it's a 2 and a 4. That's what makes up the Eiffel Tower because of 2024. This logo is actually really well thought out and really well done, and it looks like an Olympics logo, not like a beauty salon. This logo has everything that the new logo is lacking. According to Julie, the brand director for the Paris 2024 Olympics, she says this new logo, the beauty salon logo, was an instant hit. Quote, she says, at the start, we had 50 or so proposals, 50 or more logos to choose from, but we immediately fell for the one that you see today. So here's the funny part. This is really not the first time the Olympic logo has had controversy. The 2012 logo was called out by Iran because it looks like it spells Zion. Other people actually looked at the 2012 logo and saw something entirely different, which I could not say on YouTube, but you could probably figure it out if you look close enough. The Montreal logo just looks like a straight up middle finger. I don't know the story with that one. And then the Rio and the Tokyo logos were accused of plagiarism, and the Tokyo one even had to be redesigned. It was so bad. So I guess having a little bit of controversy for the Olympics and their logo in particular is pretty typical, but I just couldn't stand here and not say something about this beauty salon Tinder app logo that we are about to see in the Olympics. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you like this logo? Am I just being way over dramatic here? Tell me in the comments, and subscribe so that next week when I post my next video that I post every week about design, you'll see it pop up on your feed, and maybe if you like it, you can click on it, watch it, and then comment again. Until then, I'll see you later.